How's it going, everyone? Bryan Baylon here, and I've got a video for you just talking about Zillow's Zestimate and is it accurate? And I think it's an important question because if you're a seller, you want to know what the price of your home is. So the first thing you do, you look online, you figure out, okay, let me search my address on Zillow, see what they say, and you see a figure, and it's way above any of your neighbors, and you're just going, wow, I'm going to make that my price. Well, there's some caution to that, and hopefully this video will shed light into the dangers of doing that. So what is a Zestimate? Definition taken directly from Zillow's website. It's a home valuation. A Zestimate is home valuation is Zillow's estimated market value computed using a proprietary formula. It is not an appraisal. It is a starting point in determining a home's value. The Zestimate is calculated from public and user submitted data, taking into account special features, location, and market conditions. How did they come up with this estimate? A couple things. Physical attributes, of course, they have to look at location, lot size, square footage, number of bedrooms, bathrooms, and many other details. Very important that you go like for like. If you have 4 bedroom, you want to compare it to a 4 bedroom. If you have a 3 bedroom, you want to compare it to a 3 bedroom. You can make adjustments, but it's not ideal. And in most cases, when I've run CMAs, comparative market analysis, you can pretty much find in a given neighborhood even sales that are similar to the home that you're looking for, your subject property. That's important. Physical attributes, of course. Tax assessments, and this is kind of where I scratch my head a little bit because assessed value of homes are usually a lot lower than the actual market value. So in my case, the home that I sold in 2017, my personal home, it was sold for 300,000, and the assessed value on it was 230. So $70,000 difference. Again, not seeing the correlation there, but they use tax assessments. It's public record. Sure. Prior and current transactions, actual sale prices over time of the home itself. So there's limits to that. If for instance, my house again was sold in 2017 November. It was purchased in December of 2011 for like 164, and it was sold in March or November 2017 for 300,000. And 2011's market versus 2018's market or 17's market are two completely different things. Again, your 2011, you're still recovering from a massive recession, like the worst we've seen since the Great Depression, 1930s. And then 2018, it was or I'm saying 2018, 2017 is a pretty strong recovery year, where we're about 25%. Toward the end of the year, we were around 25% from peak prices in 2005. So yeah, 2011, we were just starting to figure out the way out of the crash, basically. So what's the value that I use for it? I look at, let's say for instance, if I was comping the home I sold, like I lived in and sold, it was going for 164 in 2011, and it's 2017 at the time, and I wanted to sell my house. Okay, I should price it above 164 at least, and that's pretty much the extent of what I use it for. Like in one case, one of my listings, they bought in 2005 or 2006 at the peak, unfortunately, and it's the value of it now is a lot lower, maybe not a lot lower, but at least 10%, if about 10% lower than um, the market value or when it was purchased in 2005. So um, that gives me an idea, of where to price a home, at least over under, but that's pretty much about it. Comparable recent sales of nearby homes, of course, that's very important. 6 months is a good time frame. Lack of data, you can go farther, but not ideal. Limits of his estimate doesn't factor upgrades and condition of property. You can input that, but here's a limit. If you're thinking about, for instance, not all homes have, homes have tile. Let's say 2 homes have tile, but one of them has 98 cents a square foot, and they were poorly installed, and another one has like $3 a square foot, and they're diagonal, which costs more because it's a lot harder labor to lay tile down diagonally, and it's more to some people are more aesthetically appealing, I guess. But this doesn't factor in. Both people have tile, and that's kind of the form that you get with Zillow. You just input basics. You have window shutters. You don't have window shutters. You have crown mold. I don't know if they even do crown molding, but let's see. Upgrade granite countertops. Stuff like that. So yeah. So I remember having to do that, and I could put limited things. I couldn't say exactly what kind of flooring. Like for instance, I had on the second story laminate wood, like laminate wood, quote unquote laminate wood, but it was like a cork bottom with laminate top. It's about $2 a square foot, but having to put laminate there, there's some laminate you can do for real cheap. Definitely not less, way less than $2 a square foot. So there's limits there for what you input into Zillow. Lack of available sales in the area and time frame, they pull less reliable data points. So they go farther back, they go in a wider range. It makes the comp a lot less reliable. Lack of available public records limits the accuracy of Zestimate, or if the data reporting is skewed, so that's another issue. And use of geographic data. So in a larger scale, it removes the ability to localize the comp or the pricing, the estimate. So the price reflects an average of a larger area rather than a specific neighborhood, which has very limited value if you think about it. The way I do my comps, I try to get as close to in the same neighborhood as possible, because usually you have the same builder, or if it's custom homes, you're looking at your neighbor's house. You might not be able to find a direct comp, but at least you're eliminating the location factor as best you can, which it plays a major difference. 1 mile difference can be the difference, like 4 bedroom or 3 bedroom, 2 bath, 3 bedroom, 2 baths, 1 mile apart can be the difference of $50,000 to $100,000 depending on the neighborhood. So yeah, so that's, again, the wider you go, the less accurate your pricing will be. Zillow actually recommends talking to a real estate agent, getting an appraisal, and even visiting the house yourself. Um, they say it's a starting point. So they realize that this estimate has limits, a lot of limits, actually. This is taken directly from Zillow's website, and they're just kind of by percentage showing how close they are getting to the actual sales price based on their estimates. With 1.5 million homes with estimates in Phoenix, they're saying only 67% were within 5% of the sales price. Now you think 5% of sales price, not that bad. Here's the problem: with $250,000 median sales price in Phoenix, or actually probably Maricopa, only 67% of them are getting it within 5%. Now, at $250,000, that's $12,500 difference. So if you're a seller and you're leaving out $12,000 up to $12,500 on your pricing by using a Zillow estimate, I don't know if you'd be necessarily a happy camper. so out of 100,000 homes, only 67,000 of them are getting within 5%. Now, 84% are getting within 10, which 10% of 250 is 25,000. So that's a lot of margin of error. 20%, good thing it's 93.7. That 250, that's $50,000. So if you get much higher, or off than that, which they're still claiming almost about 6.3% is about, like, they're outside of the 20%, which that's kind of rough if you think about it. But here are the numbers. See for yourself. I want to show that to you. So quick conclusions here. Zestimates gives you a figure. Zillow says it's a starting point, but I don't think it's a very good one. Given the data, it's hard to make Zestimate the price that you stake your pricing on. It just doesn't take into account enough factors for it to be effective. There are too many factors left out to make a reliable pricing strategy. So too many factors left out. It makes it difficult. Just makes it very, very difficult to put your chips in that basket. Algorithms have limits, so it is, like I said, Zillow's the system they use, a set of algorithms to calculate this, pulling from public record and user inputted data. And but algorithms are typically good at automation of simple tasks, which, if you're looking, you set up algorithms to scour the public records and user inputted data, formulate them into some kind of statistical average, and then pop out a number. Algorithms are good at that for giving estimates. I think they're wise about throwing the word estimate in there, because that's exactly what it is, based on, I would claim, loose data. Pricing a home correctly in a specific neighborhood with given market conditions to appeal to specific buyers, that's a lot more difficult task. It's not a simple task. So it does require experience. It requires expertise. in a given neighborhood, or at least heavy research, um, and mixed in with a lot of the other things, the education, the experience that a professional has to be able to price your home. So, um, hope that helps you guys. And if you need help with pricing your home, I'm more than happy to help you. Give me a call. I could come over, look at the house, give you a value based on comps, research your local market and your neighborhood, your zip code, localize it very specifically, try to get you the most money possible for your home, which is very important to me. Hope you guys are having a good one, and hope this brought you value, and we'll see you next video.